Hello everybody. So I'm going to be on tonight at Real Progressives with Joe Firestone, and then I'm going to be on CFAR tonight with Victor, Tiffany, and Kelly, and another candidate. And we'll be talking about all kinds of stuff. But somebody asked me to make a video addressing some of the concerns, especially here in Minnesota. So I actually posted something, so I'm actually going to read it because it says what I want to say and I don't want to leave anything out. What I said is, I will call out all my opponents when they are off on an issue, especially those in the same party. If you think it's not Minnesota nice to stand up for justice and reject a DC insider as a candidate, then guess what? No one cares anymore. It's not Minnesota nice to keep allowing people to die and suffer at the hands of failed political policy. That's downright evil. We are talking about our very lives here, and the Minnesota DFL party refuses to abide by their own principles. They insist on swinging right to avoid accountability and responsibility to the people. As the people, we will no longer allow the Democratic Party to use the Republican attacks on them as their excuse for failure. You fail because you abandon your values. Therefore, you abandon the people. Paul Wellstone would be absolutely ashamed to see what this party has become now. Those that enable it to continue by either blatantly acting like blue guards or yellow dogs, whatever you want to call them, or even the slightest neglect and ignoring the issues. You should all be ashamed of destroying other people's lives just because you are comfortable with your own. We've had enough of the party dominance. The party has let us down for over 30 plus years, and it ends in 2016. Part of what this video is for is somebody's been asking me to encourage candidates who feel slighted by the party to understand your responsibility to your own district. You have a responsibility. If you truly feel that your values are not being represented in the Democratic Party, to take your race to the public primary. And I'm going to share a little information with you. There's not a whole lot of data that you can actually find on this. You have to go kind of through oral data and look at the races previously, because the Democratic Party doesn't really have like a database to tell you, hey, when this race happened and it went to the primary contester beat out the endorsed candidate. That has happened more often than not. Why? Because the party is not in tune with the needs of the people. So they just keep picking candidates that they like, that they think are cool, or that kiss up to them at a crock-pot dinner. But they aren't listening to the needs of the people. So that's why they pick the people they do. And I, for one, I don't think that's a process that we can get behind. So for candidates out there who are afraid that you're going to suffer some kind of repercussions from the party and be ousted, you are already being ousted. We are all being ousted. The people are being ousted. And unless you're willing to stand up with the same fire and passion that got you into the race to begin with and take your race to a primary, then maybe you weren't meant to run to begin with. Because this ends now. I'm going to do everything in my power to win my primary. And then I'm going to go after the Republicans. And I'm going to beat them too. But I will not let the party gaslight me into thinking I'm doing something wrong, when for the last 30 years, most of my life that I can remember, they have let us down. We've got the charts and graphs and statistics to prove that they have allowed this economy to turn into the mess that it is. And they're doing nothing to change it, and they're doing nothing to let new people in who want to change it. It's time to change the guard. The old guard is on its way out. So I'm encouraging people, especially if you just lost your endorsement to a highly establishment candidate that you feel you can't even vote for yourself, pay that $300. Get on the ballot by June 5th and take your race to the primary, to the people, and let them decide. That is the way it's supposed to be, and that's the only way we're going to get change. Otherwise, if you sit back and you just let the party keep doing what they're doing, then don't bother running again. Because your apologetic nature to the party process will not win you any seats next time. And I'll, for one, be one that'll champion against you because you didn't take the opportunity to fix this process when we have the chance. We have everything behind us right now except for money and corruption. And people are winning. People are waking up to the processes of around them, and they're bucking the processes, and they're winning. They're winning their primaries. So take it to the primary. Let the voters have a voice. The party has let us down for way too long. That's all I got to say tonight for right now. Tune in later, Real Progressives, 7 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things. We're going to talk about the first round. I'm going to talk to Joe Firestone about economics, farming economics, because we have a rural district as well as urban, and we have a mix. And I want to get some of his insight on that. And then we're going to be talking about my own personal MMT analogy that I want to get a few little tweaks about. But the message is about us standing up and not letting them take us over anymore. It's not going to happen. And like I said, any of you in Minnesota that feel that it's just not right for Johnny to be touting all this stuff, it doesn't represent Minnesota nice. I don't care. We're sick of Minnesota nice. It's passive aggressivism. We're willing to stand up and make enemies if we have to. Because that's what you've done to the people. You've made the people your enemy. You have not done anything to gain the trust in the last 2 years. You've denied, you've neglected, and you keep on doing it, and you keep on pushing good quality, progressive candidates who have what the people want. We have a jobs guarantee. We have Medicare for all. We have legalization of marijuana. And all the party wants to do is skate around on the fence and hold out to see who can win. That's it. That's it. They don't care what their values are. Can a D win? Well, in this particular political climate, when Democrats and Republicans are virtually indistinguishable, I say it's not important enough to just have your party win. It's important enough to have people, candidates, standing in those positions, willing to stand up for the bold measures we need to turn this country around. And that's it. If you're not doing that, and you're cozying up and allowing the party to shut you down, then you are an accomplice. And that's all there is to that. I'll see you folks tonight.